Hello. Oh, it's on. Hello, hello. So, where are all the dorm students? They're all missing. Yeah. Did everyone have a good weekend? Why was it yes? Why? What? Aw, that. And so was there. Aw. Matthias. Oh. He's just a party, isn't he? He is. And Yoshito, I know, Yoshito went, and then he didn't tell me when he was coming back, and so I was frantically texting him. So, okay, and now I know who to blame. It's okay. Wow, well, that's fun. And he goes like, yep, blame me. I understand. Oh, yeah. You're new, Enzo. It's fine. Good morning. Anyone else have a very good weekend? Kind of a good weekend? Kind of. We will get started soon as all the dorm students trample down. I think we're missing a lot of them. Was it hard to wake up this morning? Right? It's kind of getting darker in the mornings, isn't it? It's a little hard to get going. Okay, come on in. Have a seat. So, Mr. You'll be the last one. Okay, and then you can dismiss. I have a lot of announcements, but I'll do that and then we'll hand it over to you. Okay, guys, come in and have a seat. Come in and have a seat. Sit down, sit down. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Wow, everyone really waited until the bell to come in. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Okay. Teachers, please make sure to get a count of who's here and who's not. Okay, Mr. Shin, are we on? Okay, can I have everyone's attention? Time to put away your phones, put away your ear pods, put away your computers. Welcome back to this week at BIA. Welcome, welcome. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. We are excited to have you guys back. We missed you, and we're off to another week. So, different religious beliefs in the world. We haven't gotten here yet, but we will eventually in Character Ed, where we will talk about all of the different religious beliefs going on. Not all of them, because the world is a big place, but a lot of them. And we're going to start with indigenous belief systems, okay? So here in morning assembly, from time to time, you'll hear from a teacher who will reflect on some religion and kind of reflect on what maybe other people, maybe who don't practice practice that religion can take from that religion and be inspired by. So it's a chance for us to learn about different religions, but also a chance for us to see positives in different belief systems that we could also adopt and live by and think of, okay? So that will happen from time to time. And so today we're going to hear our first presentation, and it's going to be by Mr. Kais, and he is going to talk about Native American spiritualism and what inspiration he sort of draws from that as well. So let's give him a hand.
Okay, so good morning, everyone. And before I start, I should absolutely lead with, I'm no expert in things spirituality, things religion, nor am I really versed in Native American culture. What I seek to do today is discuss things that I've picked up along the way, I think things that you might actually be able to relate to, and share with you some of the experiences I had personally with the Native American culture in my hometown. So without answering this question aloud, I want you to think to yourself, what comes to your mind when you think of religion, faith, and spirituality? How often do you even think of this? What images come to your mind? What thoughts come to the surface to be processed? Truth is, it may not be a simple answer for you to articulate at all. It's complex. And whether you are a religious person or not, or whether you believe that religion has had a positive or negative impact on human history, I think there's something that's really hard to argue here, refute. That since documented time, humans have been trying to find a connection between us, our existence, and some greater force, right? Ultimately trying to understand or explore the human condition. Okay, sorry. Understand and explore the human condition. And then under that umbrella, you have things that you might hear of before. You've heard of these before. Creating a standard for living. That could be something physical. It could be something moral. Establishing identity. Again, that could be something individual or perhaps culturally. And of course, identifying purpose. Meaning in our lives, probably fundamentally. So I'm not asking you to have an answer today, okay? But I do seek to offer a method of how individuals might begin to explore a side of themselves that's truly hard to comprehend. And you might relate to it in different terms. It might be faith to you. It might be spirituality. It might be fulfillment. It might be purpose. It could be faith. And before you begin that thought process, revert back to understanding how unique you all are. You're all authentic individuals. There was never an Enzo before Enzo, and in the course of human history, there will never be another Enzo to ever walk this earth. So the opportunity for us to create something authentic and new and individual, it's not an easy task. Where do you begin? Is there some video I can watch? Is there a blueprint somewhere I can find? I guess you have to really ask yourself what you're invested into. What's your investment level, right? What paths are you committed to exploring? They may give you deeper insights to who you are now, but perhaps they might illuminate a path towards something more. So instead of looking outward, perhaps consider looking in-house, looking inward. Consider your interests, talents, hobbies. That's a good place to start. And ask yourself, hey, look, can I find deeper meaning in things I enjoy doing? Perhaps I can find value in the approach or in the process of it all, in getting better at what I enjoy doing. The late and great Kobe Bryant, I'm sure we all know him, known for his accolades on the basketball court, will go down as probably one of the best to ever play the game, kind of dubbed something, you might have heard of this term before, right? It's called Mamba mentality. But what that really was his approach to life, how he approached pursuing basketball, then ventures outside of basketball when he ended his career. And I'll take the words from the man himself. Right? The mindset isn't about seeking a result. It's more about the process of getting to the result. It's about the journey and the approach. It's a way of life. And I do think that it's important in all endeavors to have that mentality. So when I read this, I kind of think to myself, and I kind of view it in this light. Perhaps my pursuit of tangible things, my tangible pursuits, might result in intangible growth or enlightenment. And you have many areas to explore, don't you? And this is just a small list of things that you might begin thinking of pursuing, right? You have singing, acting, right? Art, composing music. Of course, there's athletics, writing, technology, cooking. The list goes on and on. In recent years, since I've moved to Connecticut, and I think this really stems from my childhood in developing a real love for the outdoors, I've really have kind of gained a passion for surf casting or shore-based fishing for this fish. It's called the striped bass. I've gained a lot from this. I find tremendous parallels between catching that fish and having success on the water and finding a modicum of success in my life apart from fishing. There are certain approaches and disciplines and commitments that I have to bring myself to be able to do every night to have success, right? And I found when I translated that into my relationships, perhaps my job, the way I interact with you guys, I find my greatest success. And beyond that, I think my greatest fulfillment. Oh yeah. Syracuse, upstate New York. This is my hometown, guys. This is where I grew up. Kind of east of the Finger Lakes here. We talked about that in history class. It's where I made my first group of friends, developed my first relationships, began cultivating my own character, my personality, right? Developed my love for the outdoors, or at least discovered it, right? Athletics, music, food, how I care for my family and those around me. And then within Syracuse, New York, I lived in Onondaga County. Okay? And Onondaga is considered the capital of the Haudenosaunee, a name meaning people of the Longhouse. It's sometimes referred to as the Iroquois Confederacy and comprised of 6 nations: the Mohawk, Oneidas, Onondagas, Cayugas, Senecas, and the Tuscaroras. And within an hour of where I lived, all those cultures were prevalent. You could see them. You can interact with them. You can sort of see on the map there. And then within Onondaga, there was an Onondaga Reservation. I lived 7 minutes away from the Onondaga Reservation. And times of the year where there was no leaves on the trees, I could really look down and see it. And the Onondaga Reservation was where a large percentage of the Native American population, the Iroquois people, lived in Syracuse. Very few or little non-Native American people lived in the reservation. So there was this air of mysticism about it. No one really knew about life on the res, right? And I was blessed to be around Native American culture in upstate New York a lot, primarily through the vehicle of lacrosse. Some of you probably have never seen this game before. Okay? Its roots are Native American, okay? Deeply rooted in spirituality, and I'll read right from the source here. It says, lacrosse is connected to spiritual wellness and healing. Each member would have their traditional sticks and play a game in honor of those who were sick or needed a dose of good medicine. It's also considered a means for recreation and enjoyment. And this is actually the high school I played. It's not me, but that's the high school that I played for, West Hill. And I played through middle school, all through high school, and I was kind of blessed enough to be able to go and play at the college level after high school. I want to highlight a family here, a certain family here. This is the Thompson family, and they lived on the Onondaga Reservation. I know the parents still live there. They're a little older now. They probably have moved off, but of course they're a centerpiece of the Onondaga Reservation. And it highlights a group of 4 brothers. And in this video, it's going to primarily focus on the on the younger brothers, but these brothers are really truly superstars in the game. You might not know them, but they're well known regionally and worldwide. They're all professional lacrosse players. In fact, Lyle Thompson, up until recent, he might still have this record. He's the all-time leading point scorer in Division I lacrosse. And a little bit of personal connection, I played against their older brothers for years. They were in the same league as me. So twice a year during a season, I would play Jeremy and Jerome Thompson, Heine Thompson. And I got to know them a little bit more over the summer when we played summer. So while this video highlights the younger brothers, I actually knew some of the older brothers personally. They would know my name, I would know theirs. They're important because not only for their contributions to the game of lacrosse, but they're truly ambassadors. They're truly ambassadors for, of course, spreading the game, but also education and bringing awareness to the Native American culture and tribes that are still prevalent here in the United States. And sometimes they travel from reservation to reservation or camps to camps, teaching about their culture through the vehicle of lacrosse. So I want to show you a video. I want to share a video. I think Mr. Shin is best if the volume's up with subtitles. Oops. Let's go back. It won't play. Ooh, that was the centerpiece of this. Yeah, we can find it on YouTube. We can find it on YouTube.
This is our game. It's given to us by the Creator. Lacrosse is in our blood. It's who we are as a people.
It's told to us by our leaders that everyone has their duty. I believe that I was put on this earth to play lacrosse. I think it's part of my identity.
Thompson Trio getting it done. When these three get together, magical things happen.
My name is Ty Thompson, and my Native American name is Deo Degane. He carries the fire.
The Thompsons are as good as any trio.
I'm Miles Thompson, Gaya Goye. He strikes the sun.
It's all about artistry and being creative.
My name is Lyle Thompson. De Hasanunde is flying over us.
These guys are the most electrifying attack in all of college lacrosse.
This game was made before there was an earth. And when the Creator made the earth, he put this game on here to entertain him. But it was also for medicine for, you know, the people. It's part of our religion. And it's part of everyone on the nation.
It's a Native American sport. My people invented it. My ancestors played it. It's like a way of life.
An extension of ourselves, a wooden lacrosse stick, is sacred in life and in death.
As a Native American, when you're a male, you're given that traditional wooden stick as a child when you're born. You're passing the game on.
Ever since I could walk, I had a lacrosse stick in my hands.
I would have my lacrosse stick everywhere I went with me. My family would be like, Ty, why are you bringing that into the restaurant?
For me, it was everything. It was my best friend. I needed that wooden stick, and I would sleep with it every night.
That's something that, I do till this day. I'll have a game and my sticks, right beside my bed. Or it's not right beside my bed, it's in the bed with me.
Sneaks his way and scores! Now you see me, now you don't.
When I hear the three Thompsons in the starting lineup, not very often do you see two brothers and a cousin with the same last name on the same attack line.
Lyle Thompson, wonderful moves! He's Goliath! Bingo! Miles Thompson has the hat trick. The team of the defense score. Ty Thompson is a fitting all-in-the-family conclusion.
Last year, we put up 254 points combined. We're the highest scoring offense in the whole country.
Backhand shot opportunity, and he sticks it in the corner.
Me, Lyle, and Ty, when we're on our game, some people like to call that magic. I think of it as chemistry.
And what a goal! Serious skill on display there.
The three of them are able to put up 18, 20 points in a game, which is just almost unheard of.
Lacrosse binds us together and to our traditions. But what's not always clear to others is often misunderstood.
We get a lot of racist remarks on the lacrosse field, not only by the fans, but by the players too. They want to make fun of us with our long hair that we have.
Pocahontas or wagon burners or a bunch of stuff like that.
It used to get to Miles a lot, and I always told him just to remember who you're playing for and why you're playing the game.
We're proud of, our long hair, and the reason why we have it is, to show that there's still Native Americans out here.
What I'm seeing out of other Division I schools now, as far as going on the reservation and trying to recruit, these guys have really opened the door.
Someone who hasn't been on our reservation, we don't come from money, because money's not that important to us. Us coming together as people is more important.
Our ways are what comes first, our culture and our religion. Lacrosse is part of that. There's a ton of talent. It's crazy how much talent there is on the res. And kids get into alcohol, and then it leads to drugs at a young age, and then, they end up off their path.
I encourage you boys to go off to college to give them a better chance. I've been an iron worker for, 30-some years, and I know it's hard, but I wanted them to take advantage of what they had as lacrosse players.
Coming away to school, it's tough for Native Americans, and we're still learning our ways. We're still learning our language, our songs. A lot of natives that go off to school, they forget who they are. They forget their ways and their traditional values, and I didn't want to lose that connection. I didn't want to lose who I was.
There's actually a saying that if you take 10 Native Americans off to school, you'll be lucky to get one back. And that just goes to show that Native Americans, if they go off to school, they get caught up in that college life, and they won't come back to the reservations and carry on our ways.
The influence I want to have when I come back is when you can go off to school, get an education, play lacrosse, play what you love doing, and still come back and be traditional. It's where I feel like I belong. I feel like I can make a difference there.
This is our game. Lacrosse is in our blood. It's who we are as a people.
I went online and I put into Google, fast track me to becoming a teacher. A 4-year degree was
So some final points of reflection. I really I've watched that video for years, and I feel every time I watch it, I pick up on something new that I can reflect on. And I hope there was something that you could pull from it, right? And especially kind of note how lacrosse was really the vehicle for that family in really kind of, one, appreciating, one, being educated in, and kind of developing identity around their heritage and culture, right? So some things I just want to wrap up with is, look, you guys are in a pivotal point of your life. It's time to get to know yourself. Better to start now than wait till later, wait till college, wait till you're done with school. Like this is some linear journey that you knock one thing off after another. Life is not like that. Okay, it doesn't get easier as you age. Become acquainted with yourself. Begin to ask yourself what you believe in, right? Your likes, your dislikes. Begin to acknowledge the talents and gifts that you have, right? And perhaps start pursuing something tangible, right? And start with something that you like. Set yourself up for success here and see where it leads you, right? Meet your talents, your gifts, and your potential halfway. It does require work, but I think you'll find that the intangibles you might gain along the way may end up well being worth your investment. You might end up feeling a new sense of inner peace or strength. You might find a higher purpose. You might find fulfillment, your spirituality, and a secure identity. Okay? So, points of reflection, okay, guys? Let's have a good start to this week, and thank you for your time. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Kais, for that. That was very good. I have a few announcements before I let you guys go. So today at 7th period, the Yukon representative will be presenting for college and career class. Seniors, if your teacher is okay, you may also join. So Yukon today during college and careers. Seniors, you may join if your teacher is okay with it. NHS, so National Honor Society, they will start meeting at 3:15 on Thursdays. 3:15 on Thursdays. Also, this year we will not be doing a telethon. We're going to be focusing our spring semester energy on the play. So in lieu of a telethon, we needed to do some sort of fundraiser. So we are going to be doing a yard sale, a BIA yard sale over in Seaside Park. So what does that mean? So October 16th, we are going to set up tables. It's a Sunday. We're going to set up tables and we're going to do a full-on yard sale. If you have things at home that you want to donate, you're like, okay, we've been meeting to kind of do some spring cleaning and get rid of stuff. We are very open to donations, okay? We'll also talk about volunteering at the yard sale down the road. But it is October 16th. We will be passing out flyers. We will be emailing your parents, but I want you to kind of pin that in your brain that is happening, okay? Also, you guys are going to be noticing a lot of new faces here at school. We are getting a ton of new students this week. Okay, a lot of new faces. We have a couple of new faces even now. I'm not going to embarrass them, but they're here, okay? So as you get more and more new faces, I just want to encourage everyone to be super friendly, okay? Be very welcoming, not too welcoming, okay? Very, very, very friendly, okay? But don't overpower them. But also be sensitive to the fact that we are getting students from different countries as well. So different English levels, different countries, different backgrounds. So I know you guys know how to do this. Just make sure to be welcoming, okay? So we got a lot of people coming. And then finally, I'm going to welcome up Mr. An to announce who won Student Council.
Could Student Council please stand while I make a secondary announcement? Student Council, please stand, and I will introduce you. SAT Club starts this... SAT Club starts this Wednesday and Thursday from 3:15 until 4. If you're interested in studying for SAT, please come. We'll meet every week. Now, I'm going to read off the list really quickly, but two things. New students, these are the faces that I'll introduce you best to the school. They are the best of the best, so to speak. So freshman rep, David. Sophomore rep, Samira Marco. Senior rep, Sam Becker, I'm sorry. International rep, Yoshito. PR, James. Treasurer, Chloe. Secretary, Nico. Vice President, Enzu. And President Jalen. Please welcome Student Council for this year. Woo-hoo! All right, you may be seated. All right, I have a 10-minute lecture coming up. You guys ready? All right, let's go to our second period class. Let's go.